Good morning, students. We shall be starting a new chapter today, which is chapter 6. Name of the chapter, Principles of Management. So write from a new page, chapter 6, Principles of Management. Below it write topics. Topic number 1, Meaning of Principles of Management. Meaning of Principles of Management. Within brackets you will write page number 114. You see the page number of your textbook and then write down the number. So what do you understand by principles of management? In this chapter, we are going to discuss meaning of principles of management. What do you really understand by the term principles of management? How are these principles of management developed? The basic characteristics of these principles of management. Importance or advantages of applying these principles of management in a commercial setup. And in the second part of the chapter, we shall be discussing in detail the two sets of principles of management. Number one is the principles of scientific management developed by F.W. Taylor, and then the principles of modern management developed by Henry Fayol. So the first topic of this chapter, please write number 1, meaning of principles of management. So open the bracket from the heading, meaning of principles of management. It says, principles of management are please write are the fundamental truths that explain the relationship between two or more variables under given situations. So principles of management, management is a different stream of study altogether. And this stream of study is developed on the basis of certain fundamental principles and concepts. So what are these principles of management on the basis of which this area of study management has been developed? So these principles of management are the fundamental truths which experts have experienced from their involvement in the professional organizations. Experts over the years have observed, have experimented, have done a lot of research work, and then they have identified, on the basis of their experience, observation, they have identified these fundamental truths, which are called the principles of management, which explain the relationship between two or more factors or variables within a commercial setup. So like if this particular variable, if this particular factor arises in an organization, it will invariably lead to the happening of the other variable or the other factor. Or if these two variables or factors are present in an organization simultaneously, and what should be the type of relationship between these two variables or factors? So these things are explained by the principles of management. So better we can say that the principles of management are the fundamental truths which explain the cause and relationship. The two variables, cause, an incident which takes place in an organization, and cause and effect relationship within an organization. The effect is the other variable, the result. That if this is the cause, if this is the incident or happening in an organization, invariably it will lead to this particular effect or result. So the principles of management are those fundamental truths which explain the relationship between cause and effect in an organization, which explains the relationship between two or more variables present within a commercial setup. And since they are regarded as principles of management, these principles can be applied anywhere and everywhere in all types of organizations in different parts of the world, with the expectation of getting the same result. The same set of principles of management can be applied by the managers in different types of organizations at all levels of management for getting the same desired results. So therefore, principles of management are the fundamental truths that explain the relationship between two or more variables under given situations. These principles establish a relationship between causes and their effects. Management principles provide guidelines. Please cancel the word managerial. management principles provide guidelines for decision making and actions. These fundamental principles of management serve as guidelines to the managers on the basis of which they can take decisions and they can take the right action at the right time. These are helpful in predicting and understanding the results of managerial actions. Close the bracket after this. So these principles of management also help in predicting and understanding the results of the managerial actions. So if the manager has taken this particular step, this particular action, what is going to be the result of this action? That can also be estimated or predicted with the help of these management principles. So these principles are also helpful in predicting and understanding the results of managerial actions. Close the bracket. So if you're asked a 2-mark question that what do you understand by principles of management, this is going to be your answer. Next topic, please write. Methods for deriving management principles. Methods for deriving management principles. Within brackets, pages 114 to 115. In this edition, you check your edition and write down the page number. So this topic, the topic is that how are these management principles derived? Now we know that what are management principles? The fundamental truths which explain the cause and effect relationship within the setup, within the framework of a commercial organization. Okay? And these fundamental principles serve as guidelines for the managers to take the right decision at the right time and to undertake the right action at the right time. So how are these management principles formed? What are the different methods of framing or deriving these management principles? So open the bracket from the last line of the page. Management principles are derived through the following methods. There are 2 methods which have been used for deriving management principles. Management principles are derived through the following methods. Number 1, please underline observation method. These principles of management have been derived by experts in the real life situation from their own observations, continuous observations within a commercial setup. So observation method. Under this method, managers observe certain events in actual practice. Managers keep on observing continuously certain incidents or events taking place in the organization. After that, they analyze what they have observed and gain experience which is used in future as a guide. So after a continuous period of observation, the managers gather experience from their observation and use that same experience in handling the same sort of problems in future. So these experiences gathered through observation become the principles of management. So one method of developing management principles is through observation in the practical situation. And the other method is called experiment method or experimentation method, you can say, underline experiment method. Under this method, researchers in the field of management undertake empirical studies, sampling. Okay, so management researchers, they do a lot of sampling, they do a lot of empirical studies, and by application of statistical methods, by conducting trial and error through a lot of experimentation, they derive these principles of management. Okay, so these principles of management are based on scientific methods and techniques, are developed on the basis of empirical studies, statistical studies, market research, then a number of experimentations, and the results which they get, those results become the principles of management. So these principles are derived from experimentation method. So under this method, researchers in the field of management undertake empirical studies, statistical studies. On the basis of these studies, they develop certain principles and test their validity. So close the bracket after that. So these are the 2 methods for deriving management principles. Next topic, number 3, please write. nature or characteristics, or better to write general nature or characteristics of the principles of management. General nature or characteristics of the principles of management. Within brackets, page number 115. So in this topic, you have to learn that management principles are of different types, developed by different experts over the years. Some principles are subjective, some principles are very precise and objective based on scientific studies. So management principles are varied in nature. But all management principles, irrespective of their nature, have some common characteristics, general characteristics. So we will have to discuss, we have to learn in this topic that what are these general characteristics of management, of the principles of management. So open the bracket from the heading, nature or characteristics of the principles of management. The main characteristics of the principles of management are given below. Number 1, universality. Please underline, point headings must be remembered. Number 1, universality. The first general characteristic of the principles of management is that if you are calling it a principle of management, it must be applied and accepted universally in all types of organizations, everywhere in the world, and at all different levels of management within the same organization. Then only it can be regarded as a principle of management. Principles of management are universally accepted, applied in different types of organizations and at all levels of management in an organization. So principles of management are the fundamental statements of truth having universal validity. Whenever these principles of management are applied in any organization in any part of the world, they are supposed to give the same results. So they have universal validity. These principles can be applied in different types of organizations. For example, a business organization, government organization, hospitals, army, university, etc. The basic task of every manager is the same, that is to get the desired results through effective coordination of human and physical resources. Okay? Whatever may be the nature of the organization, a profit-making organization or a non-profit-making organization, a large commercial organization or a small commercial organization, a business organization run by the private sector or a business organization run by the government sector. So whatever may be the nature or type of the organization, the defense sector as well, the nature of the tasks of the managers of these organizations broadly remain the same. The broad functions of the managers of all organizations are to ensure that they get the desired results. The broad function, the main function of the managers of all types of organizations remain to produce, to get the desired results through proper coordination and integration of the human resource and other non-human resources of the organization. That is the basic function of a manager working in any sort of organization, to get the best possible results through proper coordination and integration of the human resource and other non-human physical resources of the organization. So therefore, principles of management may be used by the managers in different organizations and at different levels of authority. So actually these principles of management, wherever they are applied in any sort of organization, will help the managers in executing, in performing their main task, that is to produce the best possible results through proper coordination of the human resource and other resources. So therefore, the principles of management can be equally applied in all types of organizations. So principles of management therefore may be used by the managers in different organizations and at different levels of authority as well. Management principles are universal in the sense that these principles can be applied in different managerial situations. The second characteristic of principles of management is that dynamism or relativity. Please underline it. Principles of management are not rigid but flexible and dynamic in nature. Principles of a good principle of management cannot be very rigid in nature, because with the changes taking place, especially in the external factors of the macro environment of a business organization, the changes which are taking place in the external environment of the business organization. So, in order to make itself abreast with these changes, so in order to make itself, in order to adapt to these changes, a business organization will have to change the principles of management as well. So if an organization keeps on applying the same set of principles of management, follow the principles in a very rigid manner, then it will not be able to adjust itself or adapt itself to the changes taking places in the environment. So therefore, good principles of management must be flexible or dynamic in nature. A good principle of management should have sufficient rooms for change whenever and wherever required. These principles can be modified, can be changed to suit different situations and all kinds of changes taking place in the business environment. According to Henry Fayol, principles of management are not absolute and must be utilized in the light of changing and special conditions. Henry Fayol, who developed the modern principles of management, he has opined that principles of management are not absolutely fixed. They are not to be treated as, absolute measures. But these principles of management must be utilized in a proper manner, taking into consideration the changes taking place in the environment of the business, and they must be applied in the light of the special conditions happening or taking place in an organization. Seldom does one have to apply the same principles twice in identical conditions. Allowance must be made for different changing circumstances. So proper rooms must be kept, must be provided for making suitable changes in the principles, so that the organization can cope up with the changes taking place in the environment. Number 3, influencing human behavior. Another characteristic of principles of management is that they have the ability, the quality to modify and influence the behavior of the workers and employees in a positive manner, so that each member of the organization gets motivated and start working towards the accomplishment of the common objectives of the organization. So good principles of management must have the quality to influence and modify the behavior of the employees of the organization in the right direction. Channelize their efforts, their skills, their creativity in a proper manner towards the accomplishment of the overall objectives of the organization. So management is a social science and it deals with human behavior. Human behavior is very complex and cannot be tested under controlled laboratory conditions. Therefore, principles of management are not as exact as the principles of physical sciences like physics, chemistry, etc. So principles of management are not so exact or precise like the other principles, other laws of other physical sciences, physics and chemistry, that where when a law of physics or chemistry is applied, invariably you will get 2 plus 2 equal to 4. The result will be 4 always when 2 is added with 2. But that is not going to happen in case of principles of management, because management deals with human behavior. It deals with human beings and human behavior and human attitude. So over here, principles of management are not as exact as the principles of physical sciences. These principles are general statements. Rather, these principles of management are general opinions or general statements made by the management experts, which they have understood, which they have realized through the process of observation and experimentation. Management principles are directed towards influencing human behavior for getting the best possible results. The management, all good management principles are directed towards influencing the human behavior for achieving the best possible results within the commercial setup. Flexibility, that's a extension of characteristic number 2, that good principles of management should be flexible in nature. The principles of management are relative and not absolute. Good principles of management are not rigid, are not absolute. They are dynamic, not static. These principles should be applied carefully according to organizational needs and prevalent situations, according to the changes taking place in the organization, according to the changes taking place in the environment of the organization, according to the new types of situations and conditions arising in that organization. These principles of management may have to be modified from time to time and applied, taking into consideration these new changes and new conditions. Cause and effect relationship. Basic characteristic of all management principles is that they explain the cause and effect relationship. They try to explain, management principles try to explain that if this is a cause, or this is an incident, then invariably this is going to be the effect or result. So that relationship between cause and effect is explained by the principles of management. So principles of management, please cancel the word indicate and write there explain the. Principles of management explain the cause and effect relationship between two or more variables. These principles are used to solve different managerial problems with the help of observations, analysis, and experience. So the principles of management, managers must be well conversant with different principles of management, because application of the right principles at the right time will help the managers in solving a number of problems. If the right principle is applied at the right time, management will be able to solve the problems arising in the organization properly. Equal importance. All the principles of management are equally important. You cannot say that this principle of management is more important than this particular principle of management. All principles of management are equally important, but they are to be applied, different principles are to be applied to tackle or to handle different situations. So these principles may be used with equal efficiency by the managers at different levels of authority. And all these principles of management can be used by the managers at working at different levels of authority. Top management, middle management, lower management. So close the bracket after that. So these are the general characteristics or nature of the principles of management. Next topic number 4. Please write necessities or importance or advantages of the principles of management. Necessities or advantages or importance of the principles of management. Within brackets, in this edition it is pages 115 to 116. You see the edition of your textbook and write down the page numbers. So open the bracket from the heading Need for Principles of Management and underline it. So in this topic we are going to discuss that why these principles of management are so very necessary for the managers. Why should the managers of an organization be well conversant with the principles of management, and why they should keep on applying these principles of management at different situations in the organization. So managers have to be familiar with these principles of management. They need to apply these principles of management at work, because these principles of management offer certain benefits or advantages. So let us discuss these benefits through which we can understand that why these principles of management are so very important. Number 1, point headings must be remembered. To increase efficiency, principles of management are required for the following reasons. Why are the principles of management necessary? To increase efficiency. If the right principle of management is applied at the right situation, then it will definitely lead to the level of efficiency of the workers and employees. Principles of management have been developed from experiences of various experts. These principles provide the necessary guidelines to the managers as to how they should function in different situations to obtain the best results. As discussed before in the last topic, that principles of management provide the necessary guidelines, the necessary suggestions to the managers as to how they should function in different situations in order to obtain the best possible results in the organization. So therefore, principles of management help to improve the managerial efficiency. So if the managers are well conversant with these principles of management and they know which principle of management to apply at which situation, then it will lead to the best possible utilization of human resource as well as the other physical resources of the organization, which in turn will lead to an improvement in the overall efficiency of the organization and also managerial efficiency as well. These principles enable managers to solve problems in a methodical way without wasting time and effort in trial and error. So when the principles of management are practiced by the managers properly, so the same type of problems arising over and over again can be very well tackled, solved with the help of these management principles. So therefore, managers don't have to think much as to how to solve this problem and waste time and energy through trial and error, trying out trial and error methods for solving that problem. They can take help of the guidelines given by the principles of management and solve a particular problem, a known problem. With the help of the principles, managers can avoid mistakes. Management principles help to improve the art of management by suggesting how things should be done to get good results. So that is the first importance or advantage of the principles of management, that it helps in increasing the overall efficiency of the employees and also the managers as well. Number 2, to crystallize the true nature of management. Underline it. Knowledge and understanding of the principles and concepts of management makes it easier to describe and analyze the true nature of management. In the absence of these principles, it would not have been possible to develop a scientific and organized body of knowledge in management. So it is because of these principles of management that management has become a separate stream, a separate branch of studies. And these principles of management are taught to the students who are pursuing their career in management, in the different management courses, BBA, MBA, etc. So these principles of management have helped in the process of developing management as a separate branch of study. So it helps in explaining the knowledge and the true nature of management. The principles of management makes it a lot easier to describe and analyze the true nature of management. So in the absence of these principles, which have been developed by experts over the years, it would not have been possible to develop a scientific and organized body of knowledge in management. Fundamental principles and basic concepts have helped to develop the science of management. So these principles, fundamental principles, have helped to develop the science of management. Number 3, to train managers. Another advantage of principles of management is that these principles of management can be used for training managers of an organization. In the absence of principles, the training of managers depends upon trial and error method, guesswork, trial and error method. Formal methods of training managers in institutes and universities are possible only when there are fundamental principles and concepts. Students who are pursuing their career in management, those who are aspiring to become professional managers, so these people can be trained, young men and women can be trained to become professional managers in the days to come with the help of these principles of management, principles and concepts of management, which are being taught in the business schools and management institutes. So formal methods of training managers in institutes and universities become possible only when there are fundamental principles and concepts. Principles of management provide a conceptual framework for scientific and systematic training and development of managers. So these principles and concepts of management provide a conceptual framework for scientific and systematic training for the development of managers. Principles of management help in the research work to improve research. Underline it. Growing popularity and utility of management principles have attracted experts towards their study and analysis. It is because management is becoming increasingly popular. It is growing as a subject. Thousands and thousands of young men and women, after passing, even after their +2, they're trying to develop a career in management. They're joining business schools and management institutes. They're aspiring to become professional managers. It is because of this growing popularity and utility of management that a number of experts are now getting involved in further research work so that they can develop new principles and concepts of management and expand the area of knowledge, the domain of knowledge of management sciences. So principles of management have helped in expanding the horizon of knowledge in management. So these principles have served as the basis for further research. So these fundamental principles of management have served as the basis, the ground for further research work and growth in this particular subject. Management principles provide new ideas, vision and imagination for conducting research studies in management. Those who are doing research work, PhDs in management studies, they take help of these fundamental principles. And these fundamental principles of management provide to them new ideas, vision and imagination, with the help of which they conduct their research work. Then number 5, to attain social goals. Principles of management serve as guidelines. They show the managers that they should not only work for the sake of the organization and think of only the profit motive, but they should also remain committed towards the causes of the society, and they should also work as managers. They have got certain commitments towards the society as well, and they should work in such a manner so that they are able to fulfill their social commitments. So to attain social goals, principles of management also help the managers to attain their social goals. Principles of management enable managers to make optimum use of human and material resources. Optimum use means the best possible use of the human resources and other resources of the organization. The supply of quality goods at reasonable prices improves social welfare. So with the help of the application of the principles of management, managers of an organization can make the optimum utilization of the available resources, human resources as well as the other physical resources. So if resources of an organization can be utilized at the optimum level, it will invariably lead to production of good quality goods, good quality products at reasonable prices. So if a manufacturing concern is able to produce goods of a good quality and supply them, sell them to the people in the market at reasonable prices, that is the best way how a manufacturing concern can serve the society. And that will be the best contribution of the managers of that organization towards the society. So principles of management enable managers to make the optimum use, the best possible use of human and material resources. The supply of quality goods at reasonable prices improves social welfare. Managers coordinate the efforts of people so that individual objectives get translated into social attainments. Individual objectives of every worker and employee of an organization are translated into fulfillment of the social objectives through the proper application of the principles of management. Efficient use of resources helps to improve the quality of life and the progress of the society, because efficient use of resources, I told you, it will lead to the production of goods of the best quality and then selling the goods in the market at reasonable prices. So this in turn, then consumers will be able to, common people will be able to buy products of good quality at reasonable prices. They will buy more and more of these products, and this in turn will improve the quality of their life, the standard of their lives. So efficient use of resources helps to improve the quality of life and progress of the society. All types of wastes will be reduced. Management principles help in achieving cooperation among people to achieve the desired results. Spirit of cooperation increases harmony, sense of brotherhood, harmony, happiness in the society. To clarify thinking, another advantage or importance of principles of management is that they clarify the thinking process of the managers. Principles of management make the thinking of the managers very clear and systematic. because the managers know that which principle exactly to apply at which specific situation, because they have been trained when they were pursuing their courses, management courses in a business school or in a university. So they have been taught that which principle of management has to be applied in which specific situation. So this makes the understanding and the knowledge of the principles of management makes the thought process of the managers very clear and systematic. A new manager can understand the nature of management with the help of these principles. To spread knowledge, principles of management are also useful in spreading managerial knowledge through teaching, which is exactly done in the business schools and management institutes. So principles of management are also useful in spreading managerial knowledge through teaching. These principles constitute an organized body of knowledge which is taught in the management institutions and business schools. Management education and management protection have made rapid progress due to management principles. So you can close the bracket after that. Point number 8 you can leave out. So these are the points which explain or which describe that why these principles of management are so very necessary and important for a commercial organization especially, and what are the advantages which are derived from the proper application of these principles of management. So I'll end my session over here, this particular session. So in the next session, I shall be taking up the principles of management, the principles of scientific management as developed by F.W. Taylor. Thank you.